Well, hello there everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Try New Things. Just want to start off by saying the RK25 is an extremely stable tractor. That being the case, I have never felt at risk of tipping over as of yet. There are a couple locations on the property though that I will not try driving across. Now, I don't have a woodlot or trails through the woods that I need to worry about out here on the farm. So narrowness is not necessarily a benefit for me. I can go as wide as I want pretty much out here. There's lots of space. So I thought I would try something out, and I picked up a couple wheel spacers from BORA wheel adapters. Now I believe I picked up 3.5 inch, so that'd be 3.5 inch on both sides. And once I put them on, the stance of the RK25 should be about 7 inches wider. So I'm going to go ahead and put those on, and then I'll check back in with you guys and let you know what I think. So here's what we got in the box. Some very professionally wrapped 3.5 inch custom made to order BORA wheel spacers for the RK25. So we'll finish up getting those unwrapped, and then we'll start getting to work getting them on the tractor. Well, so far so good. That wasn't too bad. I think getting it back on is going to be the challenging part. But once again, here's a 3.5 inch aluminum. You know, you can get aluminum or steel. I went with the aluminum BORA wheel spacers, and they come with all the hardware you need to put them on, which is fantastic. And I did notice that you do need a different socket than the one it takes to remove the bolts. But what they say in the instructions is make sure that your hub is clean so that the spacer fits perfectly flush onto the wheel. Well, that's going to be an issue. So what we got is the wrong thread count from the BORA wheel spacer adapter they sent me with what we need. These do not fit. Okay, we'll check in on a future day. Welcome to take 2 on BORA wheel spacers for the RK25. So the replacement set has finally arrived, and we're in a position to put them on. So stay tuned, you're going to want to see how it turns out. The RK25 with a set of wheel spacers installed. Before I go ahead and put them on there, I'm just going to give you another look at what it looks like stock without the wheel spacers. So here it is, front profile of the RK25 stock. Rear wheel setup, no spacers. Gonna see if I can just pan in a little bit. Give you a look at how it looks in profile. But anyway, let's get out the tools and get those wheel spacers installed. Here we have the first wheel spacer on. It's time to replace the tire, get it back on, and see how it looks. Hopefully it comes through in the video. The one on the right has the wheel spacer on it. The one on the left has yet to have one on. But I'll show you a closer look up with the fender as a reference. All right, here is stock, and you can see that the center of the center tread aligns with the edge of the fender. Now here is wheel spacer installed, and you can see the relative position of that center tread now with respect to the edge of the fender there. And there we have it, completed with two 3.5 inch BORA wheel spacers installed on the rear of the RK25. One thing I'm going to have to keep in mind is I can no longer use my front bucket as a gauge whether or not I'm going to clear something, as I'm slightly wider in the back than I am the width of the bucket. But let's get this outside and take a look in the sun. All right, we're outdoors in the sunshine with the new BORA 3.5 inch wheel spacers installed. And yes, I just did hose down the tractor. A little embarrassed about the dusty state, but not too much because I use it as a tractor. Here you can see the wheel spacer on the inside of the hub. It is a perfect fit, by the way. No troubles whatsoever with fitment. If I go around the back, you can now see how it extends beyond the front bucket that I mentioned before. This may also influence your decision if you're thinking about wheel spacers. Make sure it's still going to fit on your trailer. Now, do you need spacers on an RK25 in the rear? I'll tell you from experience now, I have about 200 hours on the tractor and my property is not necessarily flat, and I've always found it to be extremely stable. But a little more stability never hurts, and if 3.5 inches isn't the right dimension for you, they do come in a variety of sizes. I went about middle upper of the road. I think they come in 2 to 6 inch. And so you can extend it a little bit or a little bit more than I did. But anyway, I appreciate, as always, you guys taking the time to watch this video. I hope you found it somewhat informative. If you have any questions or comments or concerns, leave them below in the questions. Don't forget to hit subscribe for more great future content. And we'll see you later. Bye-bye.